Hello and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 4, Episode 67 with me, Sid, and it appears that my computer really hates this series. I say this because this is the second time I've recorded this introduction. So yeah, I kind of come back in time. I've gone and done stuff, come back in time just to record this bit, and well, the next time you see me, we'll be in here talking about all of this lot. So, yeah, we'll get there eventually. Well, I've been doing a little bit of distilling now. I have run out of labels. That's my first issue. I also need to figure out some storage for this lot, and I've got an idea. Oh, I've got a couple of ideas, actually. And finally, of course, we also need to alphabeticize these as well, because otherwise we will never be able to find anything. So we got Air, Aelianus, Aqua, Arbor, for example. So technically it should be Air, Aelianus, Arbor, Aqua. Come here, you. And, you know, this is a fairly standard Aelianus. Where the hell did I put the Aelianus there? Fairly standard process, Arbor, Aqua, and then, you know, you can jump in and you can check the next page. Aqua, Arbor, actually. Okay. Very easy to fix, of course. We just do that. Aelianus, Aqua, Arbor, probably Aurum next to guess. If I was a guessing kind of person. Oops, I just put that back where it belongs. But again, this is usual thing, just a lot of, yeah, Aurum, Bestia, Cognito, Corpus. So Aurum, Bestia, I think we've got some Bestia there. We have, but it's not got a label on it. Aurum, Bestia, what was it? Cognito, Corpus, Corpus, Cognito, Cognito, Corpus, Cognito. Hang on, let me get these out of the way. Cognito, Corpus. So it's just shuffling everything around until we've got, you know, everything in the places it needs to be, just to make future finding of stuff easier. So after Corpus we should have Examinus, Fabrico, Fames. Now Fames we haven't. Examinus, that is Examinus, isn't it? Hang on, yeah, Examinus, Fabrico. I don't think I've got any Fabrico at all. Fabrico and Fames I am missing on both counts, so we can take those out. Fabrico and Fames. And obviously we'll get this Gellum we're missing, and then Herber we're also missing. Amazingly, we're missing Herber. Gellum. Let me just go and pop that down there. Gellum and Herber. So yeah, this is, I've done this more times than I care to think. Humanus, Ignis, Instrumentum. Humanus, Ignis, and it really does make a big difference when you're planning out your rooms, just to get this alphabetized to start off with. Humanus, Ignis, Instrumentum, then Iter, Limnus, Lucrum. Iter, Limnus, Lucrum is blank, but we have got Lux. I'm going to guess that's going to go there. Let me just check. Lucrum, Lux, yeah. Then Mechina, and we've definitely not got any Mechina yet either. Mechina. So yeah, let me just go and get these laid out a little bit more. Messis, Metal and Meto. when I'm hungry. A little bit more as they should be, and I shall be back with you in a moment. Alright, that's alphabeticized and moved everything around. We've still got a lot of blanks and we've still got a lot of things to sort out. So what we need to do now is I haven't got a chisel on me. Just to finish this off. Well, finish it off. There's a lot to do before we've finished off, you know, but just to get this to where we wish it to be, we shall grab a couple of you, and we are going to hopefully, now this is going to be very touch and go whether this works. Right, we got that in, so we can do that and that. That can go there. We need something to fill in that hole, otherwise that's not going to work. Yeah, no, I'm not, as I've said on many occasions, and I will probably say on many more occasions. Let me just take that. That should do the trick. Actually, let me take a bunch of that. We're not going to spend all episode working on this. We're going to actually try and do some good work on getting our iron situation. We're going to put all that gunpowder that we have. Where are we? Here we go. All the gunpowder that we have gained over the past few episodes, and the plan is, wow, it's very dark down there. Let me fix that. Doesn't matter, you won't see it in a moment because it won't be there, you see. Yeah, we're going to try and put that good work in and get there we go, perfect. Nice little thing in the middle for the vials. Trying to get the iron together to go after the blast furnace. So the blast furnace, we need obviously the fire bricks, and we need to make the blast furnace. And the blast furnace is, let me double check what's involved in a blast furnace. It's double sheets around a crucible, so we need 4 for each, and there's 8, 4, 8, 16, 32 iron ingots to make the blast furnace. Yeah. And of course, as you can no doubt imagine, I ain't got 32 iron ingots at the moment. I probably haven't even got the makings of 32 iron ingots. I should actually just leave all this Thorncraft stuff out of the way as well. We also need to get some squids murderized, which is always good. How are you actually for? I should keep hold of that then, and we'll keep that on us as well. Yeah, we need to get some squids murderized so we can get on with finishing off that storeroom area. Oh god, let's just do that, and then we can do that. I also need to get some upgrades for some of these drawers, I think. Hi. And we probably should contemplate, well, let's contemplate sleeping quickly. And then we can get on with some business. So squids to murderize and iron to get. Now if we look at my map, I have marked somewhere limonite question mark. That's a definite. It's a definite question mark. Surface cassiterite with a question of limonite there. Magnetite question mark. What we're looking for is a very oh come on, there must be hematite traces of. I'm sure I found a good sample of magnetite. There we go. And surface limonite 15, but there's magnetite there. So that's always a plus, and we can uncover that bit of the terrain. Anything else? Surface magnetite 25. We could head over there. And we could actually unblock all of this while we're doing it. Right, I need to pull myself together. We need to work out exactly how much. We'll take a reasonable amount of food with us. We need to go and grab the... Yeah, I suppose we should grab everything we need, shouldn't we? And leave some of the stuff we don't really need. Is there anything we don't really need? Well, I'll probably leave a jack-o'-lantern behind. I don't think we'll need that. Let me pull myself together. We should have a dropper. We should have a button. And a pressure plate. I think I can make... Let me just double check. Let me just look at pressure plate. I can't remember whether we're going to... Pressure plate is just 2 of those. That's simple enough. So what we need to do is go and get... let me have a look. How are we there? Hematite. We're going to need to make 2 trips, I think. Okay, let's start off as we mean to go on, and let's get out there and find this hematite, and then we'll take a barrel with us, which will be carefully selected to have a full load of TNT. Gunpowder. There's a word. Oh, hello. Somebody died there. And once we've got that, we'll head over. We'll find a reasonable and a good suspect for the you know, blast mining of some iron ores, and we should be good. So yeah, we'll get that done. Back in a bit. All right, we're coming into new territory. There's quite a few squids around here, but squids are actually not what I'm after right at this moment. There are some water shards by the looks of it down under the water there as well. But we're just going to gracefully dock here. And let's start looking around. As I say, it's kind of a double. Whenever you go out, my personal view on this is whenever you go out and about in the world, if you can explore terrain that you haven't previously explored, then it is a better thing to do, because you will find things that you maybe needed, you know, ores that you're missing, lots of anything that you're missing really. And of course there is always the danger of a bear. That's the these northern altitudes. There's always a chance of bearception or deception or just unwanted bear attention. We're here. I'm not really seeing much on the map in the immediate vicinity, but that doesn't really mean anything. You can be right on top. You know, they've got a, I would say here there is a gold question mark option here. Gold question mark, because we know there's gold potentially in them there hills. But what you do? Oh, and earth shards at surface. Okay, new surface earth shards even. Mark them on. And all of this, it might seem a little bit excessive. That's Galana. I'm not too worried about Galana right now. We are going to be worried about Galana going forward. We're definitely going to want lead, because lead is going to be almost... I will be very surprised if lead is not used in batteries of some description or in some of the power storage. Because obviously TFC plays and dancers very carefully around the skirts of reality, and you know, I thought I heard footsteps then, and the last time I heard footsteps it was a bear, which I suppose would technically be paw steps, but there you go. Yeah, so because, oh dear, careful, because TFC dances very closely to the edges of realistic, and it's funny because the mod authors of TFC will claim that TFC is not meant to be, nor is it realistic. It is just meant to be harder and a closer. Hello. Sorry, I've been looking for that silver question mark. Bang, save it. That is really handy. If there's silver in this area, then I will be a very, very happy bunny, because we did find silver in our previous region file reset, and I've not actually found any since. So there is a very I'll just make sure that that's not got spidey webs on it. We don't want none of that. So yeah, we are a little bit light, I suppose, for want of a better phrase, on the optional areas where we had silver. We now have silver, so that's so much better. Well, I think so anyway. Okay, let me just check. Where am I going? So we've uncovered a little bit of silver in the bismuth. Now the surface cassiterite, limonite, question mark. But we were going for this surface magnetite, weren't we? So I'm going the wrong way, which is actually not a surprise in the slightest. But there you go. That's my direction sense for you. I should also, now I've eaten a sandwich, I'm just conscious that I need some more saplings of this, because the ones I've got on the island are going to die, and that's perfect. So we really do need to ensure that we have got a means of replenishing our stock of these, otherwise we are going to be up a well-known creek and the paddle is not going to be in evidence. I really can't think of a plainer way of saying that. So I suppose, yeah, whenever we see these, we should, wherever possible, strip a few saplings. And 4 is good. 4 is a good number. Oh, hello, there's more. I mean, they're not rare, but while we're out and about, it would be wrong, in my opinion, not to. This one's been tight. See? Gave me a stick. It's better than a kick in the face. Right, I'm going to keep on going. I'm thinking... I don't think we can get away with any of that in there right now. I need all the pouches, that's what I need. But yeah, we'll carry on heading this way, and we'll see what we can find, what we can unearth. But I'll come back if there's anything super duper exciting. If you remember this place, this was where we got the scare of our lives while we were... I need to get that glowstone, really. Apparently also, someone was mentioned in the comments that you can actually make glowstone in this. Oh yeah. Redstone, graphite, sulfur and limonite or yellow powder. Ah, useful to know. I apologise for not having the exact name of who mentioned that to hand, because that would be like, you know, me being my usual crap self. But thank you very much for that little piece of advice. And obviously you can, I think you can duplicate. Just, I'm worried about bears. No, that's a cow. The reason I'm worried about bears is very good reason. There's a very good reason why I'm worried about. No, why is there a spider over that way then? I could understand him being under one of them trees, but oh well. How we for? Is there actually any notice? I don't think there is, of using an axe or using your hand. These things are always handy. So I've been guilty in the past of not picking them up when I've come across them. You can't grow them in TFC, so I don't know whether there is a means of growing them. Yeah, there's no way of getting pumpkin seeds. But they are incredibly useful as lighting, but that doesn't go out. So it is kind of often wrong not to take advantage. Really. Now I'm here. My magnetite is over there. Even. Let's go and have a look. We've got air shards in the area. We've got cows. We've definitely got surface magnetite over here somewhere, and it was actually a good one, wasn't it? If I remember, I remember it now. I remember it now. I can only sleep at night, apparently. It was around down there, wasn't it? And we found it, and it's 25 quality. So what we really need to do now is get the means to max excavate it in place. Now what I should have done, it's not a problem, I have got the means of doing this. What we'll do is we'll do that quickly, and we'll make one of those, and we shall drop that here. We shall drop off the dropper, the button, that. We'll take those and those back with us. Anything else there? No, I don't think so, other than of course that. And we can put that back on our backs, and the world is good and happy. Now there is plenty of way down here. I think that is the point that we've got the magnetite in. So we're probably going to drop from down there, drop onto a pressure plate down here with the TNT thing, and we shall be laughing, I think, hopefully. However, we now need to get the other half of the equation, which is a means to carry our loot back with us, which is a little bit trickier, but it's not impossible. We shall take, let's have a look, where are we? We are here. So if I take a boat trip straight across here, we may find how that connects up, which will be good. Off we go. See you in a moment. Slight detour. I was just sailing back on the way back, and I just saw all of these guys really close to the surface. So we basically dived out the boat, as you do. Come here, you. Come here. Come. Oh, damn it. I think I missed his inky goodness. There's another one over there, and then we can go and grab the boat. There we go. That's what we needed. I think that is all of the stuff we needed as well. Actually, can we stack the calamari? Wow, 1 whole ounce of calamari. We're rich, I tell you. There's a hell of a lot of squid there, and that's a fish with the I don't know what hat on. Yeah. So anyway, we got the ink. Back in a bit. And of course we're back. We have on the way back I have gathered up all of these rubber balls, because one piece of advice I would always give I don't know whether these stack, they don't, damn it, is always be aware of the little jobs you've got around yourself. It's very easily done to forget these things, but you know, if you're traveling and you're coming back past a whole bunch of things that you can collect and drop off and then reset on the way back out, it is good practice to obviously to grab those. And we should probably just drop off that calamari. Hang on. Now I know they won't go in there, so let me just chuck that on the floor. Grab that, go decay, and stack, and pop that back in, and then we can. That's that done. We should probably. Well, what we got? We can get rid of those. I should plant those. I'm not going to right now, just because I'm conscious of time, and I would like to get out there and get some more work done with this particular area before we finish off this episode. Now I want to take you, I want to take a stack of, I'm just going to take a stack of bog standard arrows with me, and I shall, I don't know whether this will go anywhere, will it? Yeah, it will, but it doesn't really want to go there. It should go in here with the tools, and then we shall grab that. We shall pop 6 was I needed 6, I've got 8. That's exactly what we wanted. We've got those, we've got all of that. We probably want to take a little bit more food with us, and then we are going to head back. Before we do that, we are going to empty the Paul Bunyan pouch, because I, on the way out, filled that up. And again, if you head out and you've got a full inventory, or even a partially full inventory, and what I should do is actually set this one off now, just so we can, so we've got an extra inventory slot about our person. If you set out and you've got a full inventory, you have just denied yourself the opportunity to collect more while you're out. Now you might not collect more while you're out, but if you've got a full inventory, you can't. And I know this sounds really obvious, but you would be amazed at how many people don't do this. Just go out without thinking about checking. And I mean, I'm guilty of it. I am as guilty, if truth be known. I go out quite regular without having thought about all of the ins and outs of the, you know, the process that we want to do. So an extra day here could save us a trip of several days later. This is, oh God. All right, hang on. Let me just jump in there. I'm going to take one out of there. That's fine. Yeah. So this will save us time in the long run. So better to do it. It's just habit, really, and it's developing good habit. I've often said that one of the reasons I like, even though I know we have, you know, spawn safety in TFC, I light the areas up, because if you don't, you will get into bad habits, and that bad habit, of course, includes not lighting things up. And when you're in, the next time you're playing vanilla Minecraft or any other kind of modded Minecraft, the first thing you're going to realize that you've done this particular bad habit thing, is when a creeper blows up and blows up half your ship. And you're going to be like, well, why didn't I light that up? So yeah, get into good habits. I'm going to finish off doing this particular good habit, and I will be back with you in a moment. This is a sequoia, isn't it? I've probably got that. All right, we're back. I'm just in the process of getting this thing built. I'm just putting a few guide poles in just to try and make this thing drop straighter. You can have some logs as well. I really don't care what goes in there. And yeah, so we've got that. We've got this, which we shall put back on our back, and we're going to take well away because these things, as you know, have got a fair old blast radius on them. That should be sufficient. We'll take you, and we shall take you, and we'll put you over here, and then we will very carefully go down here, and oh crap, I really don't like doing this. There's definitely nothing on there. Run. Yeah, I think in the future I may actually use more redstone and less running away. That might be a wise thing. Let's sleep the night away. I mean, I've got a lot of hit points, so I've got a better, well, I don't know actually. I'm not entirely sure how this calculates its percentages, but well, we'll find out one way or the other how well this works. Let's just sleep. That will give us iron for days, which we will be able to process into really good stuff. That's the theory, of course. Alright. Right, let's go for a full-on draw and see whether we can't. Don't think I even hit it, did I? That's why I'm using bog standard arrows and not my good ones. Big bada boom. Very big bada boom. Right, next question. Can I actually get down there? That should make it possible. There's I can see hematite down here. Where are you? Let's grab everything then, shall we? Well, we can. It's a good old size hole, I'll give it that much. More hematite there. More hematite there. That's actually a vein of said hematite. Where is it? Is it over that way? Looks like it might be over that way. Have a look. You gotta obviously check all the potential hidey holes for this stuff, because it could be anywhere. There's some down there. I'm surprised that we didn't get that much out of that. Very surprised actually. Let's see what we've got, shall we? Aha. Yeah, you gotta explore. Because there's so many places where this stuff can be. Alright, well, let me continue exploring and I will be back with you in a little while, I suppose, once I've made some sense out of this lot. Alright, well, we've got what looks to be I'm just going to grab a few of these because we're going to want them. We also need to eat because we're getting a bit low on food, and we probably need to drink, but I really should go over there and make sure I've got some fresh water as well, which is always beneficial. The ice colour's always handy if you want to see what colour water, what kind of water you got around you. Yeah, so we've made a big hole in the ground, and I want to lay a myth to rest. Now, this is not a myth. This was just not actually accurate. In the version of TF in motion that I am running, which if I were to go and just have a look in my download directory, I am on 1.1.2. So the myth, or the no longer correct information, would be, I suppose, a better thing. I keep getting comments to say that there is iron pickaxe and above have vein miner, and yes, that was at one point true. It was removed back in version 1.01. So if we look in my options controls and go down here, I've got to check because there is also a thing called ore miner, and that's definitely not in there, and neither is vein miner. So I have no vein miner. I wonder what that noise was then. It was just the water squelching. But what I do have is a whole load of iron about the place, so I am going to be spending a certain amount of time here and getting as much of this as I can. Hopefully a barrel full would be nice, or a barrel full of clay vessels full. Actually, if we're strictly speaking going to be, you know, accurate about all of this. Obviously what I do need to do is make sure that we don't miss or waste anything, but we haven't got a huge amount of food on us. That is our only major concern, and so we're going to have to watch that, I think. But another successful blasting, I think, and I just think we now need to be maybe a little bit more cautious about doing this in future. I'm really getting quite old lady like, if you, for want of a better phrase, when I'm doing this kind of thing, because, you know, these powder kegs are pretty powerful. But it doesn't really make anything it doesn't make it that much easier in the long run, because you still have to dig it all out. Which I've got, that's my job now for a short while. So we'll get that done, and I will be back with you next time. But until then, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.